Welcome back to Astroattic. Today I wanted to talk to you about asteroids. Asteroids are an interesting one in the astrological community because a lot of people have really strong feelings about them, which is understandable because I feel like the second that you start to understand how little you know in astrology, it can become quite overwhelming. And the idea of layering on an entire other set of thousands of asteroids on top of essentially limitlessly layered information in the natal chart can be super daunting, so I totally get it. So in this book, again, he talks about the concept that as our consciousness and understanding of the cosmos expands, so too should our application of astrology. To me, this is a really natural evolution and extension. Not that I feel like I'm some, expert and now it's time for me to move on, but just that due to my personal birth chart, asteroids are not something that I can ignore. Similar to the outer planets, like that's not the setup that I was dealt at birth. They're really important in my chart, and so I cannot ignore them as an astrologer. A really big example of an asteroid that we now use as part of a lot of chart analysis, I would say many people look at Chiron in the natal chart. Interestingly enough, there's actually a larger asteroid that is also called a centaur, like that, or a planetoid, and her name is Chariklo, or Chariklo. She rules all kinds of incredible and amazing things. Her myth overlaps with Chiron. Unfortunately, in my opinion, she is most well known as Chiron's wife. However, she is a shapeshifter. She is both nymph and centaur. She rules liminal spaces. She rules astral travel. She rules all forms of divination. She rules our connection with the earth. Like a lot of herbalists that I know have a prominent Chariklo placement. Tons of gifted energy healers have a prominent Chariklo placement. I became aware of her when I was living right on my Chariklo ascendant line. I feel that both the asteroid placement in the natal chart and exploring your asteroid lines can be hugely illuminating and very fascinating. If you want to dip a chip and just see which ones are conjunct, which is the most common way that people currently use asteroids, here's instructions on how to do that. Personally, similar to Demetra George's work, I don't believe that conjunctions are the only important thing that an asteroid can do in your chart. I look forward to talking a lot more about Chariklo, as she has been my deepest deep dive thus far in the asteroids and is definitely near and dear to my heart. That is all for today's Astroattic. I hope that you have a lovely moon day. Hope that you're doing things to care for yourself, care for others. Hope that you're getting in touch with your intuition, maybe doing some card spreads or taking a nice walk.